Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joy, I'm your content bestie. And on this channel, we're not only the house of the Content Bag podcast, where we help influencers under 10K monetize all of their socials. This channel also is where you can see my daily life or my daily rants, like I'm about to go on one now. On today's Vlogmas, because happy Vlogmas, happy December. I cannot believe it's December. And FYI, it is my birth month, okay? I will be 25 this month. So yeah, but I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that the Lord has allowed me, because I know it's people I've went to school with. It's people, I've seen they didn't make it to this age. Honestly, truly. And that's real talk. Okay? So, but I did want to talk about something that's kind of on a serious note. I wanted to ask the question, is content creation linked to overconsumption? Because there's a Netflix documentary that's out right now called Buy Now, A Shopping Conspiracy. I haven't watched it because I've been filming nonstop, filming and still living my daily life, still doing finals in school and everything. So I haven't had a chance to watch it. But I did want to know, like, what do y'all think is overconsumption? And overconsumption, in the terms we're speaking of, is basically like, buying too much stuff. I've dealt with myself, like, having too much stuff, buying some stuff because it looks cute under the store lights, and then it would still be in a box or just open but unused. I'm also a content creator, as you know. So I want to see, like, to what degree is this linked? My thoughts is, yes, overconsumption can be linked to content creation, because as we know, and as I always say, content creation is under the umbrella of marketing. Whether, content creating is a new term and everything, but marketing has always been a term. We're marketing, we're putting our focus on a specific audience. And sometimes, a lot of times, like, people start their journey, like myself, to think like, okay, you know what, actually, I didn't start my content creator or influencer journey like this, honestly. When I first started YouTube and stuff, I wasn't really over consuming, but once I started getting my own money and stuff, I started to over consume, because one, I was addicted to shopping. Let's say that, and we'll get to that later, of why I think like overconsumption, yes and no. I was addicted to shopping, and two, I was doing it for the content. So that's that. That's why I'm like, overconsumption can be, but I'm like, if you happen to be a content creator and you're addicted to shopping, you're gonna overconsume regardless, whether you're filming the content or not. But it can be heightened where you're like, okay, I need this for the audience, and you're tapped into a niche of like, oh my god, like, no shade to anybody who has those, like, pink apartments, but like, not necessarily the people who have the pink apartments. I'm not gonna say that. Just the people who do like the wasn't the girl, she was buying those little TJ Maxx brush sets and stuff, and just buying them and just over consuming just because it was a popular item. Now, another thing, this isn't necessarily consecration, but when people have brands, and say for instance, someone had to bring this to my attention. You have a brand and you go in and buy 1,000 units of a shirt, and then you only sell 2 freaking shirts. Now you just have these shirts there. You can't even resell them on Amazon or to a wholesale audience, because these shirts have your logo or your brand or something specific on it. So it's like, what can you even do with it? So that's why it's important to keep an inventory. But yes, you can overconsume it as a content creator, and it is some content creators leading to it. Is there something that we can do about it? Yes. Now, I have a controversial opinion. You can't save the world. You can only be strategic of what you do in terms of the world. If you feel like, okay, I don't want to become a content creator who overconsumes, you have to gear your content kind of around minimalism. I was a minimalist for about 2 months, and it was not even 2 months. I think it's when I moved into my first dorm, and I just didn't have a lot of stuff. I didn't bring a lot of stuff. And of course, them Amazon boxes started rolling in, and there was minimalist to maximalist. But I grew up as a maximalist, definitely. I grew up as an overconsumer, definitely. I grew up in shopping. I grew up in all of that. So I take accountability to the fact, like, I had to really tone back on my shopping because I had to realize I don't care. I didn't even really care about the items. It's an emotional thing. Who doesn't like buying something off Amazon, having something to wait for, and then getting the box? Like, and then it's so crazy because you could really be sucked into overcompensation on the bounds of all you have to now. Not only do you have the excuse of like, okay, I bought it because it's cute, you had an excuse of it's for content. I don't, that can run your pockets too, because you're not only like, okay, it's for content, I'm gonna buy this product that I don't need that's for contributing to the environment and carbon dioxide fumes and all of that stuff. Oh, okay, I don't really care about the cost, because low key, if I can just market this and whatever, do a video, give views or whatever, I'll get my money back. That's a very slippery slope. Very, very slippery slope. So that's that. But I think honestly, just if you are a content creator, an influencer, whatever, and you're watching this in the month of December 2024, you have to really be strategic with your money, because people gonna be buying things in December. Yes. But in January, them pocketbooks gonna be put up. Them pocketbooks are going to be put up. And you don't want to set yourself up for failure and coming into the new year. That's why on my last podcast episode, the content bag, like we talked about, I don't know if it was the last episode or the episode before that. You may have to watch the last two. We talked about not setting up yourself for failure, being strategic with what you do. Because you, as a business owner, because if you are a content creator, you are a business owner because you are your own brand, whether you know it or not. You have to look forward. You have to look past. You have to have the ability to look what's going on in trends in the economy and society, but also look past it, because being in the moment, you can't have a consumer mindset and be a creator. Like, you have to be empathetic and you can mirror the consumer mindset, but you can't be a creator doing that, because you're going to end up in a spot where you're being sucked in. I kept it real with y'all on one of my podcast episodes. I was just like, if you're not going to be consistent doing content, if you're not going to be consistent having a business, don't even do it. You have to make the decision that you're going to sacrifice, because if you don't, at the end of the day, all of these apps are going to be deleted one day, and only thing you're going to have is some burnt out eyes and time spent, because you never really put your all into it. You were just doing stuff, and now you spent time but not enough. You were doing the content but you weren't strategic with it. So that's that. I think regardless, people should be mindful of what they are consuming. Now, I do know when people grow up in poverty, they can tend to be over consumers, because it's just like, I ain't never had shit. Like, that's the mindset. And it's like, you can't really blame them, because it's just like, if you're a kid ages 0 to 18, and then you get your first job, and then you even start making more money, and you're like, I need this, because now you're not just trying to satisfy your adult self, you're trying to also satisfy your inner child. Something I had to really come to terms with. I want to heal my inner child, but healing my inner child, it also means parenting yourself, basically holding your inner child accountable. Like, hey, I know I wanted this as a child. I know I wanted to do this as a child, but we have adult bills and we have adult responsibilities. Okay? Because overconsumption is not just bad for the environment. Like, hey, like, it's also like, for me, I can't even lie. If I flip this camera around, y'all be like, whoa, like, you talking about overconsumption in your room is looking like, whoa. I know it's something I had to check myself with too, because I don't really bring religion onto my channel for real, but I did have a friend, like, we're both shopaholics, and like, we was talking, and it was like, low key, it be seeming like the enemy, he makes you buy stuff and makes you feel good about buying stuff and having all those happy emotions when you buy stuff and you're checking out and everything. But we came to the conclusion, like, we think he do that just so we can feel in despair when our money is no longer lining up. and we get to the house and we're just like that. Like, have y'all ever looked around your room and was just like, I don't even use all this stuff. This stuff is in the way. I can't even fan my everyday items anymore because I'm just like in clutter. And it starts for me, the way my space look, it reflects how my mind look. If my space is you could be the cleanest person on earth, but if you got a whole bunch of stuff in your house, you're living in organized chaos because all of this stuff comes into a package. So yes, I can see why people are trying to come down on influencers and content creators like, hey, this field is leading to just overconsumption. I totally get that. I understand that. And I implore everyone to look at their consuming habits, because it's not just about the environment. Because let's get it straight. Some people don't give a damn about the environment. It sounds so horrible. It sounds so bad. It sounds so, oh my God. Some people don't care. They only care about what's in front of them. What's in front of them, people only care about themselves and their kids and how they can get some money. It's not good. It's not great. It's not, it's not very much a part of a God's kingdom. It's not. But that's the God honest truth. So if you are one of them people, I do encourage you to not look at it from a save the world, tree huggers position. Look at it from putting more money in your pocket position. Because I want you to see how much money you save when you really only buy items that you need and only splurge as a treat and not an everyday thing. Because a lot of us are living above our means. We be thinking, oh, just because I had another friend tell me this. She was like, if I can't buy it 3 times, I can't buy it. When she told me that when I was like 17 or 18. So 17 or 18-year-old Joy was like, I'm spending, like, it was crazy. So like 17 to 21-year-old Joy. And I looked at her crazy. I'm like, why would I wait till I can afford something 3 times when I can buy it now? Current 24-year-old Joy is like, you're so right. Because at the end of the day, a $500 bill can come for some people and it can just devastate them. If a $500 bill can come and it can devastate you, you don't need all of these knickknacks. Because these stores, they have people who know when you're waiting on. Because I worked in retail, and something they stress is the queue line. The queue line is when you're going to these stores and they have little, like, mugs and jewelry and little snacks and stuff waiting for you as you're in line. They know people are bored. They're like, oh wait, what do people do when they're bored? They shopped. It's designed. That's why I'm like, there's so many products out here that are not good, but it's good marketing because they've infiltrated your emotions. Okay. So that is my thoughts on that. As I'm going to be 25, I won't speak on it, but I'm making a move. I'm not going to say what type of move, but like, I'm making a move, and I don't want to get to the day where I'm making this move and I'm like, I'm already stressed out because of moving in general, and I'm sitting here like, oh my God, and having to. I remember I got my first dorm, and when it was time to move out, I threw out so much good stuff. It was crazy because I just did not have room, and mind you, I was getting picked up in a minivan, a big ass minivan. Still did not have room for stuff. Packing, like, I did not have room. And how do you have that much stuff in a little dorm? I don't know, but I did. And I said, I'm not doing when you move, you're going to throw stuff away, like, regardless. But I'm not throwing. I hate to even say this aloud. I was throwing pots away. They weren't expensive pots. They were little Walmart pots, but like Walmart generic pots, not even the good ones, but still. Why the hell am I throwing pots away? Throwing blankets away. Down the chute. Because I was rushing and stuff, and I couldn't go down to the little giveaway bin. It was ridiculous. Another little hack I will tell y'all before I get on here. If you live in a college town or near a college town, when it's time to go on break or when it's time for like summertime and stuff like that, make sure you go to them thrift stores and stuff. because a lot of the college kids, like, it'll be when you're moving out of a dorm, like, they'll have like a little drop off area where, like, if you want to donate stuff, and then the thrift store will come and get it, and the thrift stores will be loaded with brand new stuff because just college kids did not have room to take it home. So that's a little tick. It's a tick for you. What? It's a tip for you. I'm gonna start filming during the morning because when it's late at night, it's not even late. It's only 7:00. My words start to get flubbed because I batch film. But I'm getting this content out. I don't care if I need to start singing to complete a Vlogmas. I told myself this Vlogmas, I'm not missing out. But I'm actually excited because my friend, she said, like, we need to do a Christmas activity. And I'm like, you're right, because how can someone be born on Christmas and they're not doing no Christmas activity? That's crazy. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. Like, one, do you think overconsumption is linked to content creators? Do you think content creators are causing this trending overconsumption? Did you watch the documentary? And what are some ways that you implement, watching your consumption in your daily life? Let me know. Bye bye.